Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Guys, I recently the YCS Manchester was held this Sunday. Yeah, this Sunday. And we're in the finals. Branded actually managed to make it to the finals, and unfortunately the Ryzeal Mitsurugi deck didn't end up winning it. But Branded came second place, and I think I wanted to make a video of the finals just to see how the game went. So I think this might be an interesting video if you guys are keen on this. But yeah, I wanted to make a video, so let's just hop in straight into it. So yeah, Branded player, he did end up making it to the finals in the UK Open. So yeah, we have Darwin, who's playing Branded, and Corey, who's playing Ryzeal Mitsurugi. So the Branded deck list, I'm not exactly sure what's the deck count. Maybe 50. I don't know if it's 60. I'm not exactly sure. But if I do find out, I'll let you know in the comments below. But yeah, here in the dice rolls, I do believe that the Branded player won, and he chose to go first. So yeah, we're gonna see Brandon go first. The finals, yeah, there was another live feature match of Darwin playing Branded. I think he was going up against what's his name, Melodious. So yeah, that was an interesting game to watch as well. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video on the finals because it was pretty damn exciting to hear that Brandon made it to finals. So yeah, Darwin's going first. So he starts with normal summoning a Luba. And here you can see in the Ryzeal player's hand, he does have Imperm for Aluba, but he also has Ash Blossom in his hand. So yeah, we don't know what exactly Darwin had in his hand. So he does end up setting a card. Uh, yeah, so Ryzeal player goes first. He does draw into the new card 7 Tachyon, which came from Maze of Monsters, I think it's called, unless I got the set wrong. So he's going to show Masquerade. I think that's the XEs, right? The Masquerade. And this is basically, it's a light attribute. I kind of forgot what 7 Tachyon does, but basically 7 Tachyon is a searcher that Ryzeal players, well, the Ryzeal deck can play. So here's going to search for Ice Ryzeal, I believe, with 7 Tachyon. So I would say that when it comes to Ryzeal Mitsurugi, well, Ryzeal decks in general, you can, draw would actually be a really good hand trap to play against them, honestly, because if they're starting with 7 Tachyon, you can hit them with draw and they won't be able to get any more searches. So yeah, so he searches for X Ryzeal here, and now he's going to special summon X by sending Eclipse Twin, and now X will trigger its effect to search. And here Darwin does actually activate his face down. He will soon he reveal it is a forbidden droplet. So he uses droplet, sending Luba to negate X. But here he was hoping that X Ryzeal was the only search Ryzeal card he had in his hand. But yeah, the Corey player, Corey, he did have the Ice Ryzeal, which he normal summons, so here he's going to search for Sword. So yeah, I guess in this situation, well, not, yeah, search for Sword, summon Sword, and Sword will get a search. Most probably going to, yeah, get Ice to hand. So here, I do believe that, in my situation, I would have waited for Dio Drive, honestly, because I don't want him to get the field spell. But yeah, the Ryzeal player did open the field spell already in his hand. So yeah, I guess Darwin was taking a risk with using droplets on X to hopefully stop him from getting other names to his hand, or hoping that he didn't have any other names as well. But unfortunately, Ryzeal player did have it. So he overlays into Dio Drive. He's going to use Dio Drive effect to get a search. He most probably is going to search for Node, and I'm not sure, maybe just another Ryzeal name as well. You must remember that the player is playing the Mitsurugi engine, but I don't think he has access to his Mitsurugi engine just yet. No Mitsurugi ritual or prayers or whatever other ritual Mitsurugi cards he needs in his hand. So yeah, uses Dio Drive, gets searched. So he searched for 2 Ryzeal names, Node, and I think it was Sword as well, because he can still special summon Sword from hand. Now he's going to special summon Node because he has XEs on the field. And yeah, so he most probably is going to use Node effect by sending, yeah, definitely not pitch the Ash Blossom from your hand. So he sends Sword to Reborn Sword from Grave, and now he has 3 level 4 bodies on the field. He does have Ash Blossom, and I think that's another Ryzeal name in his hand. I think it's Ice. Yeah, it's definitely Ice. We remember that he did add it to hand. So yeah, here he's going to overlay, going to Detonator, I believe. Then Detonator here will equip Eclipse Twin, obviously, from the graveyard. Yeah, Eclipse Twin to it. Equip. I don't. Yeah, He's busy trying to go for game. So yeah, he does have 3,000, 2,5, and I think Ice is about 1,5, somewhere around there. So yeah, I think he just needs to summon just one more Ryzeal body onto the field, and that should be enough for game. So yeah, Darwin doesn't have anything, no bestials as well to hopefully put bodies on the field, but there is the field spell he has to deal with. But yeah, in round number one, the Ryzeal player does end up winning this because it's open field for him, and he just had, yeah, the all four of these monsters are just enough for the damage on for the round. So yeah, the Ryzeal player does end up winning game number one. Unfortunately, the hit Imperm on Luba was enough to stop the plays there. So we don't know what other cards Darwin had in his hand. We all know just a Luba and Droplet. So yeah, Ryzeal player did end up taking game number one pretty easily there just by dealing enough damage. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't get to see much from Darwin there. But yeah, going off to round number two, guys. Darwin again is going first here. So yeah, you can see already see in the Raja player's hand he does have Ash Blossom already for Branded Fusion. Darwin starts off with Fusion Deployment. Obviously he's going to reveal Cartesia in this case. And then since the opponent most probably has no response, he is chaining Branded Opening. And no response here as well, so Opening is going to discard Tragedy, which is a good card to discard off Branded Opening. Definitely, it's going to basically get you two Despia names just off this. So here he decides to summon Quem, and then Fusion Deployment obviously is going to summon Grand Gugno. I mean, not Grand Gugno, show Grand Gugno to summon Cartesia to give Quem that Imperm or Veiler protection. So on res is Chainlink 1 Quem, and then he's going to go Chainlink 2 Tragedy to get the search. Obviously here he's going to search for Luba because he hasn't normal summon yet. With Quem, I'm not sure what he dumps here, but we'll see what he does. He does end. That means basically now he does have two cards left in his hand before these Chainlink 1 and Chainlink 2 resolve. So he has two cards left in his hand. Yeah, because he used Fusion Deployment, Opening, and Tragedy. Yeah, so he has two cards left in his hand. So with Tragedy he adds a Luba, in case you didn't see. And then with Quem, I think he ends up dumping High Spirits. Branded High Spirits, I think he dumps. Yeah. I don't know what Darwin's deck count is, what his deck list is looking like, but I do know that he is playing the Idol Lock. So Sanctify is in his extra deck, but he is playing the Idol Lock. So yeah, he normal summons a Luba, gets the effect which resolves, so he is going to add Branded Fusion to hand, but we already know the Ash Blossom is waiting for Darwin right here. So yeah, hopefully maybe he has a call by in his hand, or a thrust as well to get Fusion Duplication. So he does add Branded Fusion, and that is going to get hit with Ash Blossom. Yeah, Corey was pretty quick with that, just waiting with the Ash for Branded Fusion. And now, obviously, I think Darwin here, I'm not sure. I think he has, two cards in the hand. So he's going to use Cartesia to Fusion Summon, sending a Luba. Go straight into Grand Gugno, hopefully to dump a Albaz Fusion monster into the graveyard. And then on res, obviously, Grand Gugno effect. And he's going to go Quem to reborn the Cartesia. No response, no Bestials, or no Imperm or Veiler here. So that is pretty good. Obviously, we just need to be careful in case he does have a Bestial to target the Albion Fusion in the graveyard before he goes to end phase. So yeah, dumps Albion the Branded. He does have a Despia name in the grave, so he most probably is going to set Branded in red. Here I'm not sure. I think he's entering end phase yet. I'm not exactly sure, but okay. So yeah, end phase he's going to set Branded in red. And then so he has a Despia name. He has High Spirits is going to add itself to hand as well. So he has three cards in his hand, two unknowns. Yeah, still two unknowns. I'm not sure what's in his hand. So yeah, so let's see what he does. So interruptions, he has Cartesia, Quem, basically if Albaz ends up hitting the graveyard. Grand Gugno, I don't know what Despia Fusion he's playing. I don't know how many copies of Quem as well he's running. Hopefully we get to see it. But he has Branded in red, so he could try go for Chimera. Or, depending on what materials ends up being in the graveyard, hopefully maybe he can access the Albaz Fusion monsters as well. So Ryzeal player draws. He starts with X Ryzeal by sending Aggregator. So it's going to be Chainlink 1 X, Chainlink to Aggregator to negate Grand Gugno. To this, I don't know what Darwin's going to do. He doesn't doesn't respond to anything, so that resolves. Grand Gugno negated, searches for Sword. And then now he's going to special summon Sword from hand because he does have a Ryzeal card on the field. So yeah, I'm not sure. Trying to see a look of what's in the Ryzeal player's hand, but summon Sword effect will search for. I think it searches for Ice. Yeah, I think it searches a Light. Yeah, searches a Light, so he's going to search for Ice Ryzeal. Still hasn't normal summon yet, but he has two level 4 bodies on the field. And we can see that he has Futsu, Ryzeal, Mitsurugi, I think it's Prayers, and he has another Ryzeal card in his hand. I think two other Ryzeal cards in his hand. So yeah, he still has access to his Mitsurugi engine, I think. Yeah, should be. I think it should be enough. On res, Darwin is going to go Cartesia effect, fusion summoning. I think, yeah, it's going to go into a second copy of Grand Gugno. Chainlink 1 Grand Gugno. I'm not sure if the opponent's Darwin's going to go Chainlink to Quem as well. I don't think he needs to. No point reborning Cartesia with that. So, oh, okay. So with Grand Gugno, he is sending the Idol, and then on resolution, Darwin. Okay, if he's going to go branded red, that means he has the Albaz in his hand. Yeah, if he's going brand red, he has the Albaz in his hand. So he's going to target the Luba. Oh, sorry, target the Tragedy, and then he's going to banish. Most probably, maybe banish Quem or Grand. I mean, okay, no, you could banish Grand Gugno because you already have one Grand Gugno in your graveyard. So he's going to banish Grand Gugno, Albaz. Yep, okay, he's going straight into Sanctifier, and we already know that the Ryzeal player does not have a way to stop Sanctifier from summoning Idol. So on res, it's going to be Sanctifier. Here's going to obviously summon Idol, and I guess you could go for a Luba to get that search as well. Oh, okay, so he's going to go Chainlink 1, Quem, then Chainlink 2, Sanctifier. Quem is going to reborn Cartesia, and then Sanctifier is going to reborn Idol, and I think it's a Luba. Yeah, definitely Luba. That would be a good option, so you can get that search. So yeah, Idol hits the field, a Luba, and then Cartesia. So yeah, Idol, yeah, as a lock, it is pretty good, but the issue is that Idol can be sent to grave off Droplet. Honestly, I would rather prefer playing the... Oh, okay, actually, I wouldn't say I rather prefer, because Vice King Requiem, Pendulum, you can't Droplet it away, but there are a lot of Fiend cards or decks being played as well, so, you know, Vice King Requiem may not help you just completely lock your opponent. So I guess this is why Darwin went for Idol, can't be tributed, and I guess, yeah, it's just a lot more difficult. But the issue is Droplet, it can be sent off Droplet, but luckily for Darwin, Ryzeal player does not have the droplets in his hand. So yeah, gets Idol locked, and that's it. No more summoning for him. His Ryzeal cards are in defense, so he can't like attack and destroy any one of Darwin's monsters. So yeah, I believe here the Ryzeal player is going to post him because he has no plays, nothing, no point setting the spell in his hand. It's not going to achieve him anything. So yeah, he's just going to be busy checking the grave. But yeah, Darwin is playing the Idol lock. Obviously, we can say that the Idol lock has helped Darwin quite a bit here to make it to the finals. That's also okay. So in his hand, we saw Darwin. He had High Spirits, Tragedy, and Brand Red. But anyways, as I was saying, Idol lock, yeah. Gimmick Puppet did get banned. Sanctify is still here. So listen, if it's illegal, keep playing it. Honestly, just keep playing it. Don't feel bad, guys. Lock them. Who cares? It doesn't really matter. You have decks that play tons of hand traps, and all they need is just one card to do a lot of things. So hit them with a lock. Honestly, if you got the best deck and you can't stop the Sanctify lock, do you really have the best deck? I'm kidding. So yeah, Darwin draws for turn, changes his monsters to attack, but he does have Branded in White, High Spirits, and Tragedy. Now here he activates Branded White, but I don't think he has an Albaz name. Yeah, he does not have an Albaz name, so he cannot resolve Branded in White here. Yeah, so that's an illegal play, and also you can't use Sanctifier as a fusion material as well, unless, yeah, okay, so yeah, he doesn't have a dragon name, either a dragon in his hand or Albaz engraved. So yeah, definitely can't do that. So he can't resolve, he can't even activate Branded White. So that was an illegal play there. So let's see what he does. Most probably going to go Cartesia effect. He could go into Quiritus if he's playing that fusion. Or even, yeah, actually, Quiritus is his option because both Grand Gugnos are out the grave. Oh, okay, so he drew into Adlib for turn here. So he's going to go Cartesia and Adlib. Most probably going to go to Quiritus because he's only using those two cards. Yeah, Quiritus, and then on res, he's going to go Adlib to reborn the banished Grand Gugno. He's not going to use Quem. Yeah, he's not going to use Quem. Or maybe he would just to put enough bodies on the field, which I think he should do. Most probably should. Okay. Okay, he is using Quem to reborn. So yeah, Quem will summon that, and then Grand Gugno will summon the, Adlib will summon the, what's the name? The banished Grand Gugno. So yeah, sorry, just to increase the time there. So enters battle phase. Not sure if he's going to be able to go for game, but he's going to be able to get rid of 3 bodies. Idol, I know Idol. Okay, actually that's 3,025 and then 1,8. So that's not yet game. I think that's going to put him at 700 life points, I think. Yeah, 700 life points. It is going to put Coriat, so Darwin sets a card in main phase 2. Obviously, the Idol should have went to his graveyard. Don't worry, they'll sort it out here. But I think Idol has the effect where if this card is destroyed, something you can... it basically blows up your field. Like Idol does have a what's the word, a con to it, where if you play it, but yeah, as we can see here, Mitsurugi, the Ryzeal player, drew into Imperm, negates Cartesia and the standby phase. I guess he was worried he might go into Masquerade, maybe. But yeah, I don't know if Darwin's main decking Masquerade. He summons X by sending Eclipse Twin, searches for Sword. Then, obviously, the thing is here is that Darwin can't idle lock because he has no free monster zones on his side of the field. So, yeah, he needs to kind of try get rid of the monsters. I don't think the set card is also going to help him try get rid, free up a space. So, yeah, as long as the Ryzeal player does not empty out one of his zones, he should just full combo from there and make use of it. So, yeah, he summons Sword. Sword gets a search here. He's going to overlay. I think he's going to go for duel drive. No, oh, what? Now he's going for X. Okay, this is not good. Excite on Knight effect to basically Raigeki Darwin's board, but Darwin does have the opening, so unfortunately he frees up the main monster zones, and I think the Ryzeal Corey or whatever the Ryzeal player, I think he forgot that opening can protect his fusion monster, so I think that was happening here. On resolution, he does activate Mitsurugi. What's that? Is that Ritual? I think it's Ritual or Prayers, whichever one. And then to this, Darwin is going Chainlink to Sanctify, targeting Cartesia and Ido. So the Mitsurugi spell does not resolve. Okay, it must have been Ritual then. He's not going to, I think it is, whatever the case is. Ido locks him. So using Excite or not there was such a huge problem. So here, yeah, he shouldn't have done that. He should have just went with these Ryzeal plays and then just, set up a board, get the field spell, detonator, and then maybe get his Mitsurugi engine running as well, and then, you could try get rid of, you don't need to get rid of Sanctify, you just need to negate it with the field spell, to be honest. That's all you need to do. So yeah, he passed his turn. Unfortunately, Excite on Knight was not a good option. Darwin, fusion deployment, in main phase, summon Albaz, pitch Branded in white. I'm not sure if he wanted to do that because Branded white is going to give you extra fusion, but yeah, Ryzeal player has seen enough and he just scoops. And game number 2 does go to Branded. Unfortunately, that Excite on Knight play was a massive misplay, honestly. There was no need to do that. He should have left older monsters on the field, do his full combo. And, what is he going to do? All he has is Grand Gugno and then Quiritus. He should have just went full combo there. So that was a slight misplay there. But, yeah, it is what it is. So Branded takes game number 2. Now, hopping to game number 3. Sorry, just scooped a little bit there. So yeah, Ryzeal player, he is going first. So we can see that he drew, we did see Ash Blossom, Kolbai. There's Ice Ryzeal, normal summon, and Darwin. Unfortunately, Branded does not play any hand traps, so Ryzeal player is going to go full combo. Ice, summon X searches for Sword, I think it was, in case I missed it. He already drew the field spell, so that's crazy. Ryzeal players and opening the field spell, honestly, that's just nuts. It's going to duel drive will search obviously for node and most probably X Ryzeal as well, because he can still special summon X from hand. And then here he's most probably going to summon node. Is he going to summon node? Yeah, special summon node effect tribute to, sending duel drive, then reborn X. No bestial here to stop this. And then he's going to summon X by sending Eclipse Twin, overlay into detonator using X and node. And detonator here will equip Eclipse Twin to it. Did I say equip? Sorry, attach. My word. Sorry, guys. Then he's going to special summon Sword from hand because he has a Ryzeal body on the field and also Grave. Boom. Another level 4 body. He most probably is going to go for Abyss Dweller, I guess. Yeah, I guess you should have Abyss Dweller. Yep, definitely Abyss Dweller. He does not use... doesn't have access to his Mitsurugi engine yet, but he does use Abyss Dweller just to put enough Ryzeal names in the grave so that he can use the field spell to draw a card. So he has Ash and he has Kolbai. I think it's just 2 cards. Yeah, just 2 cards in his hand. So yeah, he's going to get a draw, maybe another hand trap, or who knows, maybe just another engine, so to say. Do we get to see what it is? It is 7 Tachyon. Oh, he does also have a Mitsurugi Ritual in his hand. So he sets Kolbai, and so he has Kolbai, Ash, Abyss Dweller, and Detonator to pop 3, and the field spell to negate. Well, actually Detonator to pop 2, but it's going to end up being 3 once it's reborn. So yeah. Random player draws for turn. I think in draw phase, Corey is trying to attempt to use a Burst Dweller, and Darwin is thinking of response here. He responds with Xyz on core. So Xyz on core, what it does, I believe, is you target an Xyz monster, return it to the extra deck, and then one of its materials or both materials, all its materials actually, you basically reborn them onto the field, but you reduce their level by 1. If I remember correctly what Xyz Encore does. So that's a decent tech card to play against, Ryzeal decks, or Xyz decks in general. So yeah, Abyss Dweller, I think it needs to detach. I'm not sure. I don't know if Abyss Dweller needs to detach for cost or detach for effect, unless Xyz Encore says that the targeted monster cannot trigger its effect in response to Xyz Encore. I'm not sure exactly. Gonna have to, if you guys do remember or do know, please mention in the comments below. But yeah, again, on res, he is going to go another copy of Xyz Encore targeting Detonator. I don't think, yeah, Xyz Encore is not a once per turn effect, and not once, I think not a once per turn effect. So bounce Detonator and then put Node and X as on the field, but their levels are level 3. I'm not sure they're level 3 until the end of this turn, or permanently level 3 as long as they are on the field. So yeah, he got rid of Abyss Dweller and Detonator, but that did take 2 cards from his hand, so he's still gonna have to deal with Ash and Kolbai. So let's see what he does here. So hopefully Darwin has something good. 3 cards, well, actually not 3, 4 cards in his hand. Normal summon Albaz, effect pitch ad libitum. So yeah, no effect Veiler here, so that is going to resolve. So he's going to go into Albion, obviously here, just like attributes there. Albion effect on summon to fusion summon, and to this, yeah, definitely Corey is going to chain the Kolbai here, targeting the Albaz. Now here, if Albaz is getting Kolbai, hopefully Darwin does have another monster in his hand that can help perform a fusion summon here. So let's see, targeting Albaz. Let's see, does he have a response to the Albaz? Because if he gets banished, he's going to have to resolve Albion. Most probably, if you have no other monsters, you're going to have to banish Adlib and Albion. Going to maybe Quiritus or Predaplant, then Adlib can reborn Albion just to put another body on the field. Oh, okay, so Darwin does have branded in red, which is pretty good. Very good, honestly. That's like saving grace. So dodges the Kolbai. But is he going to perform a fusion summon? Most probably not. If he doesn't have another monster in his hand except Albaz, there's no point performing the fusion. So he's going to resolve Albion, go straight into Merjade. Now here, honestly, I don't know if Merjade was a good play. I don't know. Obviously, depending on if the card in his hand allows him to keep playing a bit further. And also, obviously, it strongly depends on if Ash will not be an issue. I most probably would have went to the... Okay, no, he's setting a card. I think he has one more card in his hand. No, no cards in his hand. No card in his hand. Maybe going to Chaos Star Source, pop the Field Spell on a body. Maybe that should have been a play, sure. Honestly, the Field Spell staying there is an issue, but he goes Merjade, sending Albion, banish Node, and in the end phase, the Ryzeal play is 100% going to Ash this. Not to get him access to, I guess, Brandon Banishment, or another copy of Brandon Red. So yeah, Albion gets hit with Ash Blossom, so... Darwin, he doesn't even have Merjade's Banish Factor, so it's just a body on the field, but he does get the in-phase pop if it leaves the field. I don't know what the set card is, but Ryzeal player, he has the field spell, starts with Bonfire, searching X, and then he's going to special summon X, most probably. He does have the Mitsurugi Ritual, I think it's Futsu, yeah, and 7 Tachyon, but he doesn't need Tachyon because he did use Bonfire here. And then we're going to see summon X Ryzeal by sending Eclipse Twin, so he has 2 copies of Eclipse Twin in his deck. Then going to use Eclipse Twin effect targeting Leo Drive and the other copy of Eclipse Twin, and he's going to attach a X is getting the search, and then here he's going to use Leo Drive to equip on summon. Cool, now he's going to be able to use Leo Drive to get a search, but let's see, unless he doesn't use it. I mean, he has enough Ryzeal cards in his hand to keep playing through. Just needs to use the field spell just to draw, I guess. But yeah, let's see what he does here. Most probably he's going to go for, obviously, Detonator. I'm not sure if he'll be able to go for game here, though. But we do remember we did bounce back the Abyss Dweller into his extra deck so that he can go into that again, which is going to be a bit rough. Summon Sword, no search of Sword. And now he's going to go overlay into Feral Imp. Yeah, Feral Imp. Cool, Feral Imp is going to get a search, so he'll be able to access his MITSURUGI engine. Just remember, he hasn't normal summon yet either, so Feral Imp effect search, most probably going to search for Saji, and then normal summon Saji will search for the MITSURUGI spell. Yeah, definitely going to be prayers. Is it going to be prayers? No, that's ritual, MITSURUGI ritual, if I'm correct. Activate the MITSURUGI spell, summon, oh, it's Ame was in his hand. Summon Ame, attributing Kusanagi and Saji from the deck. Chainlink 1 Ame to Raigeki, Chainlink 2 Saji, and then Chainlink 3 Kusanagi to add back the ritual spell in his grave to hand. So yeah, let's see if Darwin has a response. Does he have an opening in grave? Yes, he does. But the set card is, oh my word, it is a droplet, and his so he uses droplet, sending Misturugi to negate Ame, but he doesn't. I don't know. Did I see it wrong? He doesn't have opening in his grave. Okay, yeah, no, actually, he doesn't have an opening in his grave. So Misturugi was gonna get Raigeki there. And then, yeah, so I guess he had to use droplet there. But unfortunately, open field, and now, honestly, the Mitsurugi engine is going to put a lot of damage on the field. And Mitsurugi player does end up taking the win here. Because, yeah, unfortunately, he had to use that droplet. And he didn't have an opening to protect Misturugi. So, yeah, that was the game, guys. Honestly, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that even though Darwin was able to deal with Abyss Dweller and what's his name, Detonator, he didn't have anything else to set up a board with a little bit more interruptions. But yeah, it was pretty exciting to see Branded make it to the finals. He is playing the lock, so that obviously helped him quite a bit as we're dealing with these decks that just summon so many times in a turn. But yeah, listen, if you hate the lock, no one cares, honestly. Play it as while it's legal. But yeah, I think now with this, with the ban list coming up soon, who knows? Maybe Sanctify is finally going to get banned. And then who knows? Brand Fusion maybe comes back to 2. Or even to 3. Who knows? That would be crazy. But yeah, guys, I wanted to make a video on the UK Open Finals. Honestly, it was so exciting to see Brandon make it to the finals. But yeah, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about how Darwin played the deck? Honestly, yeah. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.